Today, I think I finally realized something. Well, my cards helped me realize something. And it's that I'm a zebra who's been trying to fucking hide her stripes. I've been trying to blend in, to fit in. I mean, I love being weird and quirky, but I'm still at the same time always asking for approval. It's like either do it or don't, which one is it? You either are going to be a weird and quirky freak and love yourself unconditionally for it, or you're going to try and blend in, but you can't have both because that's causing this internal conflict, you know, like, anyway, I digress. I'm getting ahead of myself. I learned today that I'm a zebra because I finally was able to accept myself and breathe. Oh Lord, I have a feeling that this isn't going to make too much sense, but I am very fond of the gene keys, and one of my gene keys is constriction. I can't remember the number, but the shadow is constriction, and I have always wanted to sing, and I've always done it regardless of whether or not people accept it or not. But it's always been a painful experience for me because I was fearful of it. Like, I always have my mom's voice in the back of my head saying, Fola, some people are meant to be singers and you're not one of them, it's just one of these mountains that I've tried to climb my entire fucking life. And I remember back in high school having a day where I just fucking do it. I did it. I blew the fucking roof off. And then my teacher was like, Fola, where has this been? And I was like, I don't fucking know. And then the next time I came into class, I was back to being small voice Fola. And she was like, well, why don't you do what you did last time? And I was like, I don't fucking know what I did. I don't know what I did. I was just having a day. I realize now I was just having a day where I allowed myself space to breathe. Because as I've gotten older, and as I've worked harder and harder and harder on my singing, what I realize is that I don't breathe, that I live my life constricted. I walk around, or I used to walk around with this tightness in my belly, this tightness of not accepting myself. Everywhere I go, feeling left out or out of place, or like I have to tiptoe or walk on eggshells, this tightness that lived deep inside my gut, my core. And for the last 3 years now, I have been learning how to breathe again, learning how to notice when I'm tight, when I am holding my breath, or when I feel uncomfortable. That's immediately where it goes to, is straight to my gut, and I stop breathing. I cut my air off immediately. And so I have been a part of this drumming circle. I've had a wonderful teacher who has been guiding me on how to drum with a frame drum. And it's one of the first things she said to me was like, you have to breathe when you drum. How are you going to feel the rhythm? And I was like, oh, am I not breathing? I'm not. Oh, okay. And that's what kind of woke me up to that. And so I've been slowly learning how to breathe, and then going over the gene keys and realizing that one of my gene keys is constriction, and that literally the constriction is the shadow, and the city of it is like breath. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. If you ever get a chance, go over your gene keys. I'm telling you, it will blow your fucking mind. It will blow your mind because it hits so home. It hits directly in that sweet spot of, oh shit. But yeah, I've been learning how to breathe again. And through learning how to breathe again, I've been learning how to accept myself a little bit deeper every single time. Every time I take a deep breath, I remember that I am magic. Because how does this thing called breathing really work? How did we get put together as humans? Like, I'm fucking magic. You're magic too, by the way. But yeah, just even that thought is like, oh, like I don't have to hold my breath or tiptoe around anybody. I am magic, and thus I can just exist. And the last couple of days, I have been existing and loving my existence and just following my feet. And I got up on stage today, randomly got an invite to do this cabaret, said yes immediately because I was like, fuck yeah, of course. It's I can feel it in my body. That was a fuck yeah. So I said yes. And every other time I've ever tried to do something like this, I have gotten so nervous and so scared. And I could feel that piece of me, that like familiarity, that like, oh no, we're supposed to be nervous now. And I pushed it away. And I started to breathe. And when I got up on stage, my voice blew the roof off again. I did it. And who knew that the lack of acceptance of self was what was holding me back from being able to sing something that I've been working on and asking about. Hey, is this good? Is this good? Is this good? Who knew that asking for permission to do what I fucking love to do was the thing that was holding me back from doing what I fucking love to do? Who knew that in order to take your place, you have to stand in it with no regrets and no questions? Well, I know now.